Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, y'all. What it is, what it be, what it is. Lord, rear points for RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings. We halfway through the day. You know the day's almost gone. A little bit closer. What's gonna happen today that's gonna be closer to this shit crashing? Or gonna happen tomorrow? Or just this week? You know, all them things is beautiful things. If not this week, next week. You know what I mean? We closer to next week by this day being over. You feel what I'm saying? All this is beautiful, beautiful alignment. You feel me? This is what I mean by using time for its for what it's supposed to be used for. This is what I'm like talking about and stuff like that. You feel me? This is what I mean. Because you get closer and closer. So as you get closer and closer, you just gotta keep that in mind. But I'm saying this from a standpoint for anyone not to get discouraged. You know what I mean? You know? How long? See, that radiation making them show they true race. I'm telling you. See, and this is neuromelanated people, right? People that's the sun in the flesh. Before we came in contact with them, with people with animal DNA, Europeans, Asians, Arabs, people that have gene sequences that nothing in nature can describe their existence, right? We started being like them. And that's one of the biggest problems of why the sun is separating us from them right now. Because it's like just something as simple as that. Like you saw how I gave them positive energy. In a moment, they'll say on a stereotypical standpoint of like, oh, if someone's financially struggling, like, oh, I don't want them asking me nothing. But on the flip side of it, even if you give one of them positive energy, um, you know what I mean, that thought process, because it could be another neuromelanated being too, even more than them, right? Like is when you when you just get in positive energy, then it'll become another thing of they don't want to reciprocate it because they don't respect you. You get what I'm saying? But this is how Mother Nature is looking at it. How are you not respecting a person that's natural to the planet that you're abusing to even feel like you're superior? Shout out to the 10 people that just came in here. You get what I'm saying? To your point that you can't even reciprocate positive energy. Y'all heard me on video. I just told them just enjoy their day. Them saying to enjoy your day also, or I appreciate it, you also, or anything like that, right? That didn't involve a $10 coming out their pocket or anything. You get what I'm saying? But this is how arrogant that they became on the planet. You know, when it's us in the state, it's just psychological abuse. You know what I'm saying? It's Stockholm syndrome. But when they act like that, they're just expressing how they always been on the planet. They try to hide it, but that's how they really feel though. So this is why, like, I be telling y'all from the standpoint of us organic beings, it's not even racism or anything why we must separate from them, because they really don't like us. They don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? They do not fuck with us, y'all. The only way in which they fuck with us is to control us and have us in a docile state during for them to build their world up. Cause see, we live two separate worlds. Me living in my natural state, me having full control of my children, me being eating right, doing what I'm supposed to be doing on my planet, in which I've always been, right, and stuff like that. That's a hazard to them. You know what I'm saying? Because that means that they're not going to be able to dumb me down and keep me not reaching my higher self. That's why this is the reason why it's to a point now with how arrogant they got in their way of life. Wow, it's like we damn near can't even coexist amongst each other. You feel me? Because we're different. We're just different. You know? It's not racism. It's not any of this. We're just different. But I'm just waiting for enough of us to realize that as the sun is separating us now. That's all I'm waiting for because I see it every day. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but I even prove myself because like I told y'all when I was talking about reading energy and stuff. You think that I didn't read their energy from before they even got out the car? Looking at them in their car, I read their whole energy. You know, but I give people benefits of the doubt for where we're at until we're all the way separated. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like I can't give you no benefit of the doubt. But I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. The Lord bit last is here right now. You know, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to respect the organic end, however so. Even if it's just positive energy, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt for it. You know, but this is what I'll be talking about though, y'all. So in that way, like I'm not even gonna front. Like y'all know I'm not racist or anything, but I'm happy that that energy won't be able to infiltrate us only but so much longer because it's really bad. It's like one of the most disgusting energies. You know what I mean? Because you really think about it when you really know what's going on. And I happen to be neuromelanated, and they just happen to be getting out that car, the complex cell organism European. It's like you're looking down on a black man that is only dealing with the issues that he's dealing with, the conditions that he's in because of what he's living in. You get what I'm saying? And that's the level of their ignorance in which like they can't even see because they're so far gone. You know, they're so far gone in their arrogancy that they can't even see that. So they really think that like it's really like a problem with us when they see us in these situations. You feel me? They're not looking at the abuse in which they're infringing on us or all the genocide in which they're causing on the planet. They're looking at you like you're not in a stable position, and I don't respect you because you don't have enough money. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what the fuck is going on, even with their own species is infringing on them. You feel me? The most dumbest people for real. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Those are gonna be the people, like I guarantee you, that woman, that was probably her son too, right? You know, those are gonna be the people that's gonna have the craziest mental health attacks once they see that this world isn't how they thought it was. And not only that, but from the people that this is what's gonna also create the mental health attack. That the people that they look down upon, right? And this is regardless of genetic makeup, but damn sure in positions like just now, and they heard something to have or so from an organic person, right? When they see everything happening and shutting down from the people that they look down upon, but it happening exactly how they said it and stuff, the people that they had the least of respect for and shit like that, that's gonna make a lot of them go crazy also, you know? And it already is by the day. You feel me? Because it's like it's a hard pill for them to swallow. That person down the street when you was getting your coffee that you thought was just homeless and on drugs, so whatever they said didn't have no meaning, that everything that they said was the truth and they was actually onto something, you know? And you didn't listen to them because of money. You know what I mean? Those are going to be the people that's going to go crazy first, y'all. You know? Like I said, I'm happy I'm here to make it to so-called 2026 because I know that they've already been attacking me in ways where I wasn't supposed to make it here. But y'all see I'm still here though right now. Y'all see I'm still here. But I'm gonna tell you why they in trouble though. They not even just in trouble because of Mother Nature, but the more we're remembering who we are and sharing information amongst each other, the more it's gonna get harder for y'all to even manipulate us, even having the rest of us completely divided from the rest of us. It's like y'all became so complacent in y'all arrogancy, y'all forgot that the only reason why this genocide is even able to be up how it is because of our division. It's only because the one that you look down on, the neuromelanated being you look down on, right, is probably separated from his brother and sister. But slowly that he's being less separated from his brother and sister. And as we're becoming less separated, the more we're seeing who our real enemy is. You get what I'm saying? 1010 when I said that. You feel me? That's how y'all know I'm telling the truth. And I just randomly looked at it when it said 1010 when I said that also. But that's completion. That's how you know when I'm telling y'all it's the truth, you know? But they don't like to talk about it, but they know that they're living off of our vision. That's it. So basically what I'm saying is when they look down on a neuromelanated being that's financially struggling or that's not in the system as well, to your point where they're comfortable and stuff like that, what they don't realize is that person's only able to be in that situation because he's divided from his brother and sister. Y'all realize I'm down here, I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with because I'm divided from my brother and sister. But the more the days go by that I'm not divided from my brother and sister, they will no longer be able to live in peace on our planet while living off of me and then looking down on me as if like I'm just a problem. It's something that they designed completely for me to be in the position I'm in. You get what I'm saying? Like strategically. That's how you know that they're evil ass people. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just what they did, but what they're trying to protect that they did, you know? That's why they're the most dangerous. When you know when they talk about the most dangerous animal on the planet is man, they wasn't talking about the black man. I'm not a kind of man. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of man. They're talking about them, you know? Dangerous. The most dangerous person isn't the person that causes the problem. The most dangerous person is the person that causes the problem and then acts like they did nothing at all, you know? And tries to blame shit as if like they have nothing to do with the conditions or the issues that's popping up. That's the most dangerous person. That's why, and this is the real reason why their little attacks and shit don't work on me. This is why I tell y'all knowledge is everything. The only thing that they can say is I'm financially struggling, but imagine what they gonna say to me when I have another car and I'm not financially struggling. You know what I'm saying? It's like they be looking for shit to say that have a person that can't see the forest from the trees to see what you're seeing is true. That's all that they try to do. It's like blame shifting and shit like that. How long? Hey, shout out H Bus, shout out Grace, shout out Galaxy, shout out User RV, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out all y'all. But basically what I'm saying is, if you can't see that, put like this, you should at least be able to see this. With everything that happened in 2025, more is going to happen in 2026. Not only more is going to happen, the radiation is going to increase, the ozone layer is going to peel back more, the complications are going to get worse, they're going to have more neurological problems, more of them going to be fighting with each other. This shit is endgame, no matter what they do. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying I'm happy for people, the demise anatomically and all that, but I'm happy that something is being done about it, and a point that they can't change. And if it happens to be that, so be it. Because like, you know what I mean? We came with our hands up, our hands down. We tried to play their system, not even knowing it's designed against us. Like, we tried everything to have some type of form of justice without knowing who we are. That's why we wasn't able to see the curveball. You get what I'm saying? The only reason why they even feel like even like a little bit of power that they have left, or at least in this area, I'm gonna say, why people are still acting in this area, because y'all gotta remember, I'm the only one speaking about this in this area. There's nobody else in the DMV area, so-called DC, Maryland, Virginia, that's talking about genetics, how I'm talking about it, and us being a separate species, and our children being subjugated to them and all of that. Ain't nobody else talking about this. But this is being talked about around the world. You feel me? And it's being felt. You know, I already know that they having complications from a collective standpoint, sleeping and shit. You already hearing them complain about it on the internet. You know, they don't have to talk about their residual effects. You're actually seeing it. You can tell off the residual effects from a standpoint of shit rising, and people that was already, because the same way how some of us neuromelanated beings anatomy is changing faster than others, the same way that shit is breaking down with unnatural people faster than others. You feel me? So I can tell when I see a person that's really rare, I can tell like last year, even if I didn't see them specifically, I can tell that their shit was already like, I can tell how long that their shit has been red. They've been red off of their cells deteriorating. And if, like, if they're really, really red now, I mean, I'm not gonna front. It could have picked up really fast with someone that wasn't showing it at all. That also can happen also, you know? They're not trying to change it. You see somebody hurt and you act like, you feel me? You know what's going on. Messing with my life. I know the vibration of what I'm saying. It hit a different way. I already know. Because it's different energy that's on the planet. You feel me? But I just want y'all to see, even when like they try to like spite us, attack us on the internet or however so, we're dealing with a species that's trying to stop people individually from talking about something that's faster than like anything off of the ionized particles that's coming off of the sun, that's in the air right now. Nobody can run from, by the way. You know? You can't run. You can't run from the air. You feel me? So now, this is what I'm saying, like, because people are so ignorant to knowing what they're living in and what's going on, that they think that just because they see some of us in lack, or if we're talking about this and we're lack, we either don't know what we're talking about, or like it's not coming, or I'm gonna be honest, I almost don't even want to say that. Everybody knows what's coming or something's coming right now. People are just dealing with it their own way, how they dealing with it. I'm gonna be real, because too much is happening and at a fast rate. But everybody like being in freeze and acting like nothing is going on. I always tell you about fight, flight, or freeze. The cortisol being released, a fearful state, keeping you in a low vibration. How this whole shit is set up upon, regardless of your genetic makeup. Can't tell me I'm not lying, because you see everybody's state. You feel me? If you know, you know. You see everybody's state. Not everybody, but majority of people. Like when you go outside and you just go to like a shopping center or whatever, you see everybody's state. So you know what I'm saying is the truth. How is everybody trying to just go along life without, on a regular day basis, like everything is everything with all this going on, and even the reasons why it's even happening being clear as day, because people are trying to make excuses for every single time something happens that goes against reality, as if like it's been another time where all of this was even happening. The first time it happened should have made you aware. It shows you right there. So, like I said, y'all think, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all think that, y'all think that people not validating what I was saying in 2020 or 2021 changed my standpoint? Or am I still here speaking it's so crazy. The stuff, you look at some of my lives and the stuff that I said, a lot of that stuff, I can't even speak on how I can, because it already, what I'm saying, it's here and it's been happening. You feel me? What if I would have allowed some of y'all not validating what I'm saying, think I'm crazy, to not keep speaking truth years ago, lives ago? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. What if I would have let that make me feel inadequate? Whether I knew y'all was doing it on purpose to try to stop me from speaking truth or not. You know how much people I wouldn't have been able to touch? Man, I made so much people aware. That's how I know it's a blessing coming to me for real, for real. Cause I did all of this by myself. You feel me? Amongst attacks, no matter what was going on, I never strayed. I never strayed. You know, I never strayed. I know my ancestors are proud of me. You know. Oh, matter of fact, man, I meant to talk about this when I first came on the live. Uh, a hawk, a hawk was following me again, y'all. Again, and when he started following me, I'm telling you, if, whenever I'm in, I almost want to, I was about to say whenever I'm in nature, but the one that's on video, I would, well, we're always in nature, but I wasn't in the part of nature that's been messed up yet. Just put it like that. And that was on video, and that was in public at the metro in front of everybody. And everybody was acting like, yeah. Let me tell y'all how real my energy is. Stuff be happening that if something happened in another place, everybody would pay attention to. But because people have so much hatred to try to like break my spirit, when it happens in public, they try to act like it's some normal shit. That's how much people try to make me feel love. I don't even think it's like that with some of y'all. I don't think if a big ass, you can look right now in my shorts. That ain't even no regular hawk either. That's a fat one. That was a fat one. You don't even be seeing hawks that size that big. You feel me? But a hawk alone, like if that was to happen anywhere else in front, people probably would pay attention, or with a random person. But in the area that I'm in, and how much people try to gaslight me and make me feel low because everything I said I've been right about, people will act like it's not even happening while it's happening in front of them. That's how it is with me. So this is what happened with this hawk this time today. Literally like an hour ago. You know, it was like right when I went in there, I just entered nature, and I was thinking to myself, I was talking to myself, and I said to myself, I said, no matter what's going on, I said, I'm alive. I said, I'm alive and I'm aware. You know what I'm saying? And then right when I said that, it flew right past me, like right past me. And then it flew on one branch, and then I was talking to it the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Until I passed it. It wouldn't even let me pass it, but until after it flew on 3 separate branches that was way ahead of the other. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, it flew past me, it flew on one branch. I was steps away, and as I was coming close to that branch, and I was talking to it flew to another one. You know what I'm saying? And I was still talking to it, walking, getting close to that branch, and then it flew to even another one, and I was still talking to it. You know what I'm saying? Communicate with it. I was even about to put it on video, but I said I wasn't going to put it on video. And then it flew to 3 branches, and then it finally let me pass him, and he was watching me as I was passing him. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Telling y'all no lies. You know? Telling y'all no lies, man. Telling y'all no lies. I was gonna get it on camera, but right when I grabbed my phone and I thought, I don't know, something told me that not to, and I just listened. I didn't even want to take a picture of it. The universe loved me so much that the universe knows how much people are against me and being used to try to protect toxicity as the truth is coming out about everything, and me being used to bring that out. That while people are trying to gaslight me, nature is making abnormal stuff happen and close as anything to let me know, like the term, like, no, I'm on the right path. Fuck what everybody else trying to do. They already know what I'm saying is the truth. That's why they're even doing that to me. You know what I mean? So what people are gaslighting me, what people are trying to gaslight me about, nature is revealing the truth about to me in many different ways, you know, on a regular basis. You know, it almost makes, you know what it makes me think? It almost makes me think about, you know, like how they say, y'all know how they say when like it's lonely at the top and stuff like that, but when they're usually talking about that, they're usually talking about money. You know, it almost makes me think, like, I'm not saying that it's not lonely at the top of money, but is it supposed to be lonely at the top of awareness of knowing what you're living in? It's not. But the only reason why it is because of the state that we're in from a collective coming out of. You feel me? That's why that's like that, y'all. Telling y'all the truth, yo. Like, for real, for real. But I'm glad how everything played out, even with the mother of my child, because like somebody that has such malice and evil intentions to manipulate and control and greed and power in such a way, I feel like even if not me myself, no one like that should be in a position to continue to hurt that person. Or I feel like it's only the rightful place for the universe to take that person away from that person, like how the universe like allowed her to show her true colors, but in a way of in the moment thinking that she was doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? And I was like the problem and stuff, you know? Like it's something about that that's like it brings me peace, because it was like the universe always knows right. You feel me? And it's like a person, however so, that's an evil low vibrational energy shouldn't get to continue to hurt a person of cosmic value, you know? Or like a good person, even if you say from like a human being standpoint, you know? Like for real, like that's a no-no. So that's pretty much all I got to y'all about right now. I'm about to listen to my song and shit. My junk to be like, how long? How long? It's the Sky's the Limit, the original. You feel me? Y'all look it up. I'm not gonna tell you the original. Y'all know the Biggie, the sky's is the limit. Holding on. Sky is the limit. The original. You on that jump like, how long? Hey, that shit go. Y'all gotta play that shit right now for me. For real, play that shit. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. It's a Real Points with RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to my guys and goddesses and my high vibrational human beings. You know what the fuck it is, man. Shout out to y'all for real, yo. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. All that good stuff.